Hello fellow hunters, welcome to my channel. This is a brand new channel, and today I want to talk about Way of the Hunter, hunting simulation game that came out in August. And let me tell you, this game is awesome. This is probably one of the best games overall, one of the best hunting games I think ever made. This is really cool stuff. I've made a short list here of a couple things I want to hit to really tell you, about, which I think makes this game stand out, what makes it so awesome. The attention to detail in this game is unbelievable. From the map, to the animals, to the environment, to the sounds. It's really immersive. There's nowhere you can go in this game where you feel as if it's lackluster, if I want to say that. Everything is thought out. You can tell everything was painstakingly designed. Designed to hunt. I mean, even if you're not a real hunter in real life, I think this will make you like hunting. I mean, I grew up hunting from a young age in the Caribbean, and granted, I never hunted as people would do, like in the States and places like Finland and other countries like that. This type of hunting is also new to me, because home we never really use guns. We use dogs and primitive things like that. So to play a game like this, it's incredible. From the guns, again, the sounds, the visuals, everything is top notch. You walk close to a stream of water, it gets loud, it overpowers sometimes. It's really intuitive. You can hear animals as you walk around. It's really nice. One thing I also like about this game is that they have this encyclopedia, which you can check at any time. Whether you're at the lodge, whether you're in the field hunting, you can pull it up, and it's very in-depth. This is the first game I've played which has really gone into in-depth of your weapons. It tells you about need zones, your firearms, everything about the animals, what time they eat, sleep, drink, things like that. Even stuff like your binoculars, info on your ammo. It really gives you a nice description of these things, and it's really nice. It's not just checking your inventory and it's a vague expression of something. It's really in depth. It's nice. It's very refreshing. In my opinion, this is how you make a game. Although the game sort of had a rough launch, if you want to say so. I don't think it's that bad of a launch, but a couple bugs here and there, character clipping, animals were disappearing, noises were really loud in certain places that it's overpowering. And to me, those things are not really game-breaking per se, but these developers have been amazing. Like they have a Discord. You can go in and chat with them, and they interact with you. You could tell them what issues you're having, and they offer help right then and there on the spot. So again, it's really refreshing, playing this game and really meeting developers like that. This game has a bright future. Next on my list here, I have nothing in this game is guaranteed. You got to work for everything. There is no hand holding. There's a lot of delayed self-gratification here, and I like it. I kind of feel it's sort of the Elden Ring of hunting. The maps are so well designed. All the info is actually on the map, but when you get out of the map and you go to the field and back into the game, excuse me, the only icons you can see is the icons that you placed, like your markers and stuff like that. Beyond that, there's nothing. It's the interface is so minimal. It's non-intrusive. It's beautiful. It's so immersive, especially when you turn up the difficulty to to range on the highest. All those assistance is removed. You no longer see what they have, these air bubbles, if you want to call it that, these sound waves that appear on the screen when the animals run away or when they spook. And even at that high level, you don't see any of that. You just hear the animals running and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's a lot difficult, but it's really, really, really nice. So by delaying, gratification in this game, I think it really goes a long way to really making this game feel like you're hunting. Very immersive. You have to walk slow. You have to apply hunting technique to this game, and it works. Stalking, observing how the animals move, watching, how much noise you make, hiding behind trees. It's really nice. They have this feature of what they call a hunter sense, and when you turn it on within the game, it actually, when you use your binoculars and you aim at an animal or a herd of animals, it actually tells you their age, whether they're young, whether they're mature. And this plays into one of the game mechanics, which is herd management. Because that's something I do, or that I partake in, as of right now, but eventually I will. And basically what that is, that animals literally go through a cycle of life, and they have a trophy rating attached to them. And if you allow these like young males, to grow within that herd, they will get to like 5-star males, and you can shoot them and you can basically use them as trophies. Hang them in your lodge. It's a really neat system. Again, this pays into the whole mechanics of the game of basically you're not just running around shooting, you're observing your herd, you're paying attention to what age these animals are at, if that's what you're into. It's very detailed. Hunter Sense also shows, your bullet energy, meaning depending on the caliber of your weapon, depending on your distance from the animal, it will show you how much energy it will take or it will dispense when you shoot from that distance to the animal. Like, it's really nice. Another thing, binoculars, to me, they are your best friend. This game is so huge, it's massive. The draw distance is so incredible. Like, you can see really far. And as you move around, when you use your binoculars, you can literally see so far and so intricate details that you will miss it if you don't use them. I think they're very vital, and every time I'm hunting and I take a few steps here and there, I use my binoculars. They're so handy. Without them, I would not have seen animals that were literally maybe 200 meters from me. Like, I would have spooked them if I did use my binoculars. And I think in other games it's not as important. This game, in my opinion, is very important. It gives you that upper hand, when it comes to callers in this game, again, nothing is guaranteed. You can use your caller, on animals, and sometimes they're not even interested. They won't respond. Some do. If you overuse it, they run away. So again, everything is calculated. You can't overdo anything in this game because there's a natural reaction to what you're doing, and you really have to pay attention to those things. And I like it. The attention to detail is really, really nice. You feel that you're partaking in something great. You're not just walking around going through the motions of hunting and the game is easy. No. It takes all of your senses. You're hearing, you're seeing, you're walking slowly, you're paying attention. And one of the key things for me I understand about this game is that patience is the key. There's no other way around it. If you played games like Hunting Simulator, or you played like Call of the Wild, your movement really doesn't matter that much in some of these games because it's more kind of arcadey. You can get very close to animals and they don't really spook or run away more than you would in Way of the Hunter. And that's one thing I credit this game for, is that your patience pays off. Being able to check your map, check your need zones, check the times, make your way to those need zones and really be patient. Walk slowly, observe. It pays off more than rushing the game and, running and gunning and taking bad shots, you know, really sitting and observing and listening, it pays off. It's worth your time to do so. And this game is a very big challenge, in my opinion, because of how easily animals spook. Some animals will spook from 300 meters, some 150, some 200. Some are a lot more skittish than others, and I appreciate that. It's not just a one-fit-all, you know, and you really have to pay attention and observe how these animals behave, because sometimes they will spook. Sometimes it's unavoidable. That's just the way the game is. You're going to be spooking animals left, right, and center, and that's fine. But don't be despondent when that happens, because most of these animals, even if you shoot at them, when they spook, they run maybe 300 meters. You know, so you can pay attention to that in the direction that they ran in, and after, just keep following them. Slowly follow them, and you will find them again. And they don't, most of these animals don't make a lot of sounds, so you don't really have much sound cues. So you really have to pay attention to, you know, use your visual. Sorry. Use your visual and track these animals down slowly and methodically. And it's so nice, it's so rewarding when you can do that. And I think overall, it just makes you a better hunter, really. As you play the game more and more, you'll realize the little nuances of the animals. You'll realize how fast you walk. Depends on how, you know, how it affects the animals, how much sound it makes. And it's only by putting in time you'll kind of be able to get the hang of it, because at the beginning you'll be spooking animals left, right, and center. So the more time you invest and the more patience you have, understanding your guns, understanding zeroing, how far animals are from you, how far animals can hear you, the different speeds of walking. The more you play and the more you apply those things to the game, it will come to you, and you will spook less animals. Because I've put in over 500 hours in this game already, and compared to when I started, I spook way less animals because I understand the game better. You know, so that's really what I wanted to talk about about this game. I highly recommend it. It's a good time. I have some footage here playing in the background. I'm just gonna let it play out, and you will see probably coming down to the end of the clip how I encountered, you know, a red deer. And it just goes to show that when you walk slowly and you take your time, animals are literally right next to you and you wouldn't know it. And if I did move, I would have spooked that animal. So again, I think it's a very good demonstration of how you hunt, you know, taking your time and overall having fun, man. So thanks guys for checking out my video. I will have more coming up. I'm going to dedicate a lot of time to this channel, really put out good content. Thanks again, and I hope you enjoyed the clip. Take care.